Why is the Trump administration seemingly as unconcerned as it is about this? And I'm including the Treasury Secretary here.
Sure. Thanks so much, Ronnie. And, it's tricky. When we were reporting out this story, one investor told me, watch what they do, not necessarily what they say. So we have had the Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent, out talking about the administration's strong dollar policy, as they've had for many decades now. But the next question is, do investors really believe that? And the answer so far seems to be not so much. For one thing, Trump before on the campaign trail last year, he told Business Week, he told he said it several times. They argued that a weaker dollar is more beneficial for American manufacturing. It was something he talked a lot about in the first administration as well. So I think traders and investors are sort of, they're hearing one thing, but really they're assuming another.
I mean, there are upsides to a weaker dollar as well, at least in the near term. Is it perhaps the case that, the administration might be allowing the dollar to be weak, but at some point won't be happy with that anymore?
Sure, yeah, I think that's the exact question. And that's a really difficult point to say at which point does this become dangerous. We know folks are talking about it as we sort of wrote. I think one thing that has sort of caught people's attention this year has been the speed of the movement. Whether, depending on what gauge you look at, if you look at Bloomberg's dollar spot index, this is the worst start to a year ever since the index launched 20 years ago. So there's no doubt that people see the merits, or some people see the merits of a weaker dollar. I think the question is how fast and at what cost, and where does it sort of end?
What are traders saying? Are they, reticent to try and take advantage of this right now, or are they still piling out of the US dollar and into other currencies that maybe offer more favorable carry, or whose treasury markets are perhaps not so fragile and yippy? Absolutely.
That seems to be the case right now. We've still seen a strong demand for carry, as you said. Maybe that's emerging markets, maybe that's Latin America currencies. Maybe it's Europe, where we've seen plenty of their own sort of fiscal developments and political developments this year as well. But I think one interesting thing to watch is, so far this year, a lot of this has been the fast money. This has been the hedge funds, the CTAs, and that's important. But I think what we're all really watching for now is, will pension funds, will sovereign wealth funds, will the real slow-moving sort of money that moves like an aircraft carrier, very slowly but very impactfully, will that start to move? And that's sort of at the point we're at now.